We founded ulab 5 years ago in order to be a learning laboratory for how to sense and actualize the emerging future, how to sense and actualize the future that is wanting to emerge. Now, little we knew that this is exactly the situation in 2020. I mean, it was relevant before, right? 2015, 16, 17, but this is exactly the challenge that we face, not only as individuals, but also as organizations, as communities, even as a global civilization. And in the past, what we learned from the ulab participants, so we have more than 160,000. And from many we heard, and in fact, kind of when we took the survey, it was usually significantly above 30%, that it was a life-changing experience for them. But it was often also a life-changing experience for very different reasons. So there's like one group of people who joins ulab with a very specific idea, may even have some collaborators, a change initiative that they want to make happen. And that's great because ulab gives you methods and tools for doing that. Then there are others who have like maybe a half-baked, so they have an idea, but they're not totally sure, and they want to refine this idea and then also find people with whom to prototype that and move that into reality. And that's great as well. And kind of there's a whole group around that. But I remember from the very beginning, there was also a third group of participants, which are, and I heard that the first time when we had in Scotland, kind of with change makers from across the whole country coming together, and they said the following. They said, look, I have been doing this change work for more than a decade, right? And before I take on this next wave of work, I first need to heal myself. I first need to go through a process that allows me to reconnect with my own deeper sources of creativity, of aspiration, and of wholeness, because it was just brutal, kind of what the journey I have been on. I have been accomplishing a lot, but I'm also in a situation where I need to regenerate kind of my own best energy before I can make the next move. All three of these groups are, at home in ulab, and the essence of ulab really is that you can, whatever your intention is, you bring into ulab. That's the foundation, and then you make the methods and tools that we provide through ulab work for your intention, for a journey that allows you to take your intention and to bring it into reality.